Hello friends of terrain building and welcome to another Middle-earth terrain building tutorial. Today I would like to show you a tutorial on one of the most iconic terrain pieces or scenes known from Middle-earth. So I would like to show you the Westgate of Moria. I built this with the help of a sponsored Watcher in the Water and the Fellowship. I would also like to show you which techniques and other materials I used. Have fun with the tutorial. Here I have an alternative model for the Watcher in the Water. I got this one from Proxy Wars EU and I like the model better than the original from GW. I've already primed the Watcher in the Water. As I want to use it to build a terrain piece, I naturally decided to use it for the Western Gate of Moria. To make the terrain piece a bit more exciting, I added a few old Fellowship minis that were taken from various sets. I only had to use a new arm from the 3D printer for Gandalf due to a missing arm of my mini. In the next steps, I will paint the Watcher and the Fellowship and then start with the first steps of the terrain piece. I'll report back when I've completed a few steps. The area around the entrance gate has been prepared and could soon be painted. You have now seen all the steps so far. I have prepared a structure to create a small lake and glued sand and stones to create a little more variation. You've also seen that I've cut a back wall that runs out at the back. If you want to build the gate more as a diorama that stands on a shelf, then you can represent the mountain more as a valley. However, since I don't want to build a 48-inch long mountain here, I let the shape thin out towards the back. For the lines of the gate, I printed out different sizes of the gate and decided on the right side and traced the lines with a pencil on XPS foam and painted the gate with a slightly bright color. Around the gate, I will use tree bark and glue to create the texture of rock. Inside the mountain, I have made it smoother as the dwarfs have already worked on the mountain and smoothed out the very rough texture inside. The painted minis will be used in the next steps. The watcher is to be placed in the lake by shortening the rear legs so that there is more of an effect of the watcher emerging from the depths of the lake. Frodo is to be trapped in one of the testicles. The remaining fellowship will be placed in preparation for the battle. 2 trees are to be glued next to the gate. Then, of course, I will fill the lake with water using epoxy resin. And then most of the steps are already complete. The terrain piece is finished. Due to the drying time and weight of the epoxy resin, my base had unfortunately curved, which is why I had to glue small wedges under the base again, so that the terrain piece does not lift up from the table. In my opinion, a gate like this is a visually attractive separation of a single terrain board or a separation between two boards standing directly next to each other. I covered the two branches of a bush with foliage. I stirred some wash into my epoxy resin so that you can't see the bottom of the lake. Next month, you will see another video about Moria in which I will show you how to represent the outdoor area in front of Moria with terrain pieces. Until then, have a great time.